Under says last time. It's always the same thing. Last time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, party began exploring the tavern that they had encountered the day before, and it was now as old as everything around it. After exploring it on the upper floors, it discovered a sealed room with a locked door, and magically locked at that. After casting Dispelled Magic, they discovered the inside of the room barren except for an hourglass. A magical device that seemed to be some sort of chronomatic lens that showed glimpses of the past. Nothing of interest. From there, the party made their way up to the third terrace, found a large church, administrative building, some granaries. In the basement of the church, they found a unusual mirror that, when touched, revealed forgotten memories. The administrative building, once explored, also had several compartments with hidden things inside of them. The ones of note were a couple of scrolls and a couple of wands. The rest of the loot that the party has found so far has been mostly coins, valuables, or booze. A lot of booze.
Lots of booze.
Alar took time attuning to the hourglass and used it to look into the past of the archive room, discovering it was once filled with ledgers. Lots and lots of ledgers. And in the perspective of the past, it seemed to be getting cleared out. But beyond that, no useful information was gathered. After that, the party continued their sweep, investigating the large granaries, and yet more booze was discovered, stashed under the floor tiles. While scouting, they noticed some smoke to the south. Hero was sent to investigate and spotted a sizable goblin camp. A head count of about 40 to 50 individuals gathered around a large fire pit, and it appeared to be some sort of settlement. The party retired to the north, moving down to the second terrace where their horse and carriage had been left, and you guys made camp there, or at least started to. And that's where you are.
I have a terrible passive, so I'm not on watch unless I have to be.
Between the four of you,
Ah,
So yeah, you'll be on a watch.
well, there's 5 of us.
No, there isn't. Unless you're counting the horse.
1 DM,
Yeah.
and then myself, Jack, Skeptor.
Spectre's not a player.
Yeah. Yeah. There's 4 players, a DM, and a spectator.
Oh,
A spooky spectator.
Spooky,
Gotcha.
scary spectator.
Yeah, he can
So-
watch. He doesn't like to participate. He just likes to watch.
In the corner. But yeah, so you get drafted to be part of the watch.
All right, make me second then.
All right. I'll probably just do reverse chat order.
That works for me. Jack on first, Alar on final.
Oh.
All right. Well, you guys go down for the night.
Jack with his pimp hat and stuff.
We decked out Jack to look like a pimp.
Your
Since
pimp,
we have
Connie.
in the part, Since we have Connie in the party, Jack looks like a pimp. He's got rings on both his little pinkies, and
Gold
he's got a little
chain.
hat. He's got a gold chain.
And just so you guys know, the time scale in my setting, I finally figured out and worked out how it works. So in the time that it takes before going down for a long rest, there is always time for a short rest. You're just not able to adventure. You're able to go, make a camp and sit down for an hour. So if you guys want to roll dice or attune to things, you can do it before a long rest, as long as you just let me know.
We haven't done anything, so I think we're good.
Yeah, I know, Aylar, you asked to attune to the wand, right?
Yeah, the Wand of the War Mage.
Correct. All right. But yeah, you guys set up camp. Nice bonfire right here, already set to go. You putting up a Lehman signing up?
Of course.
All right. Yep, you guys go down for the night. The entire night passes without incident. But Aylar, you did have some interesting dreams. Your dreams took you back to that archive, and you relived what you've seen. Only you had more of the minute, but
You broke
it
up.
was.
Say again.
Oh, sorry. I was retrieving my dog from the exterior of my building. She anyway. You dreamed that what you seen through the hourglass,
Yeah.
but you weren't limited to a minute window, but you didn't have any control over it. So you were able to see outside the building. You were following the books. They were being loaded by cranes down into carts and taken out of town.
What was the state of the town?
Empty. It looked like all that was really here were the people that were loading those books. There were no fires or smoke coming from chimneys.
And the surrounding terrain?
The forest looks slightly different. The trees weren't as overgrown as you have perceived them so far. You could clearly see roads leading to the north and south directly attached to the town, and then also the road leading towards the main road that you guys came from. And this matches what you've seen so far. Just a couple 100 years difference.
Okay. And you said I experienced it. I can hear these people talking, the sounds and the like.
More like fly on the wall. Like you were overhead. You didn't have any control over where you were spectating. But no, you couldn't hear anything.
Oh, I couldn't hear anything, or I just couldn't hear what they were saying?
You could hear ambient noise of the forest, yes. But
Okay.
you couldn't hear them. You were too high up, basically.
Sure.
When you were inside, what mirrored the start of your use of the hourglass, there was no noise. It seemed to be a continuation of your use of the hourglass.
All right. What time of year was it? The season.
Probably guess spring.
Okay. So spring is usually fairly muddy, especially in a temperate zone that would have a forest like this.
Mm-hmm.
Do the roads look particularly heavily traveled?
All the roads that you've seen were made of slate flagstone.
Even once they leave the city?
You didn't follow them outside of the city. You followed them to the road that you came in on.
But you said I'm flying up ahead. I can't see the roads leading out of the city?
No, the forest is too dense. You can't see. That's a half a day's journey to that big road. The one that cuts through this valley?
Yes. Can I see the gatehouses?
There's no wall.
But I do see the point where the city transitions from city to not city.
Yes, it's hemmed in with forest.
So the forest is still super dense even in this time, like right
Yes.
up into the city.
Yes.
Bunch of
There's
hippies.
probably about 15 to 20 feet of space on the outside of the road that leads west out of the city, the road that you came in on.
Right.
That does not match your memory. The trees were basically on the road and upheaving the flagstone.
So the road leading out of the city west is paved, is what you're telling me.
Yes, is
Good
paved with
intentions.
giant pieces of slate. Yes.
Okay.
But yes, it is muddy on the sides of the road and everything like that.
We followed the yellow brick road.
Maybe Black Boy Road.
All right. Is there anything that strikes me as I'm observing this that is massively different? Like not like just stuff I would expect from time passage, but anything that's like markedly different between what I'm seeing and what this town is now. Like missing buildings, odd astrological phenomenon, that type of thing.
No, it's daytime, so you're seeing just normal sunlight and everything like that.
Yeah, but it's still just one sun, right?
Oh, yeah, yep. Those you can see, but at a distance, those plinths where you found the one statue that was broken off. Those do have all of their statues erected on them. It looks like different figures, some in cloaks, some in military gear. But it's 50, 100 feet away from you, so you're kind of squinting to see and make anything out about them.
Okay. Well, that's all interesting.
Indeed. But a new sun has risen, and the day is young.
All right. I can't remember. Was there any buildings in the like big buildings in the third tier that we hadn't explored yet?
I mean, there's a couple of larger houses over to the south. Like when you walked out the back of the granary and around, there was a bunch of nicer houses that didn't seem like barracks.
Did they look particularly like important or interesting?
They look like rich people houses. I don't know how you interpret that.
I basically want to ignore it.
Okay.
Is that all that's left up there? We hit like all the big government and vaulty library type looking stuff. All right.
Yep.
We're ignoring the fancy houses.
Probably just more of the same of all the crap we've found so far.
Rich people have cool shit though.
Well, if you want to go look at it, let's go look at it.
That's fine. I wouldn't mind killing something.
Yeah, this place seems pretty abandoned. So
Yeah,
far.
you're a few thousand years too late, I think, for that.
All right. Well,
I mean, there's goblins over there that you can go harass, but there's like 40 of them.
That you've seen.
Well, yeah.
I think I could win in a fight against 40 goblins.
Bet you 10 gold you can't.
10 gold is not enough.
Why? You seemed so sure before.
You take that bet, I take that bet. Or no, you take that deal, I take that deal.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Well, you guys are the north side of the second terrace, surrounded by common buildings, barrack style apartment buildings, couple, look like maybe shops or whatnots and what hashes.
All right, let's go check out those rich people houses on the third tier.
All right.
Did that come through?
Yes. Which
All right.
way are you guys going?
Well, I think there's like some stairs like right here.
Back the way you came.
Yeah.
Past the church and such. All right. Let me get the map open.
Yeah.
I was scrambling for other things. All right. Well, yeah, you guys head up the steps.
I'm here.
Across the front of the buildings you've explored, past the granaries. Before you is
Quick.
8 buildings. Various sizes. All about matching the decor and architecture style of everything else, except for these have, a little bit nicer architecture.
All right, well, just probably approach the northwestmost one and just kind of start zigzagging our way through everything.
Right. Yeah. First, when you go in, door doesn't give you much resistance. And you start poking around inside the house. Let's go ahead and give me an investigation check for the whole place.
Is there someone here who can give me guidance?
That there's a negative.
You're
It's
doing
usually
a good job.
it's usually Burger. Go ahead and roll with it. It's fine. He's just late. It's not your fault. All right. Hey, you go poking through this place, and other than some nice furniture, there's not a whole lot here. A couple of nice dressers in 2 of the bedrooms, a really nice bed frame in another one.
So what you're saying is, if we ever need to fit out a house, we know where to bring our U-Haul to get some free furniture.
Exactly. Be a little tricky to get it down the 30 feet of the terrace, but you'll probably figure it out.
Oh, I got solutions for that. That's not a problem.
All right. I'm just next closest and.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. This is the smallest building up here. Looks like some sort of shed. 2 big doors. About 20 by 20. Open the doors. Start poking through. And you find a very familiar loose tile in the back of it. Those 2-foot by 2-foot slate tiles that Jack loves flipping over.
Yep. Hey, Jack, found another floor cache. Can you pop up the tile?
Wait, is the other fighter here?
No.
All right. Well.
Yeah, you're easily able to rip it open. Yeah. Down below you find another very familiar wooden box.
I haul it out of the hole and check it for traps.
All right, go ahead. There's no traps, but this one does have a lock. And it's locked.
Who among us knows how to pick locks?
I mean, if you call pick
Jack can open it.
Yeah, Jack can just remove.
Is it just like a padlock on the front?
It's like integrated into the lid. It's like a metal panel with a keyhole in it.
I mean, if you don't want to keep the box is a little bitty. Big as Jack is, it's like.
It's a very nice box. You think all the boxes, all these whiskey bottles have been found
Do we
in?
not have a rogue amongst all our party members? Seriously?
You
Out of the
do. He's
5
just
others?
quiet. He hasn't said anything. Slick, are you here? Nate? He might have stepped off too. But yeah, the 4 boxes you guys have found, you probably could sell for about 100 each. They are nice boxes. This is just the first one that's been locked.
Well, Jack, I guess you're using the universal lockpick because I hand him the crowbar.
I draw a dagger and break the box open.
All right. Go ahead. Roll strength with advantage. Athletics with advantage. One of these days. Yep. Your snap of metal as the lid pops open.
Okay.
And inside, welcome back.
Hey, sorry.
You
Getting
just
food.
missed your opportunity to be a thief.
Yeah, I was getting some food.
Nope, you're all good. And inside, neatly arranged, are ingots of metal. They look like iron. They look like each weigh about a pound. And there's about 100 of them in here.
100 iron ingots?
That
Yep.
seems odd to hide in the floor.
That seems like a lot to be in a little bitty
A lot.
box, too. That is a lot.
Oh, it's not a little
of-
bitty box.
Yes, but 100. That is
How
a
big is-
good
how big is an
size
ingot?
100
box.
pounds of iron does not actually take up that
They're
much
1
space.
pound ingots.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're tiny. You got to realize how much 100 pounds of iron takes up, like, 3-dimensionally. It's not that much. It's the same problem that, a lot of people envisioning $100,000 in $100 bills is really not that much space. But anyway, so yeah, bunch of iron ingots.
Well, take them. Make something out of them.
I would like to check and make sure they are actually iron.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and roll on investigation. Yeah, you're look at them. They're definitely iron. Now that you're looking closer at them, they're not marked with the Calderan seal. The mint mark. Alar would recognize it, or not? Alaric would recognize. Two A names is throwing me off today. As the older symbol used by the Republic of Wedlamar, where his home city of Ghent is.
Yeah, that looks there familiar.
But yeah, they appear to be iron. They're just stamped with a different mint mark.
Well, no reason not to take them.
Uh huh.
All right. Well, yeah, you continue poking through all the buildings, and it's not till you get to the last one, that southeastern one, that you find anything of interest. And in here, you despite all of the other buildings having furniture, the thing that stands out to this is it's the largest one up here, and it has no furniture in it. Not even so much as a nightstand sitting by itself.
It's a storeroom.
No, it's definitely a house, how it's laid out. There's a kitchen, servant quarters. There's no furniture.
Okay, well, I'll check for secrets and hidden things.
Go ahead and roll.
I'll help him.
Things.
Apparently, if you miss the 8, it just drops both of them. That's
keep
a 26.
keep nothing one. Yep. Keep nothing one. It must have like a nil in there or something that it's seeing. But yeah, one of the floorboards in the servant quarter is loose.
I pry it up.
All right, pry it up. And inside there is a small chest and 3 bags. 2 smaller coin purses and 1 larger coin purse. What the? 2 the size of a grapefruit and 1 the size of a cantaloupe. All of them are, tied off the top and bulging. Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'll grab the sacks, bring them out.
The small
And-
box comes through.
Yeah, so small box, 3 bags. That's what I
Yep.
heard. Okay, so I grab the bags first, right?
Mhm.
And start with the largest one. I open it up.
All right. Inside this bag, there are coins. Many, many gold pieces. All told, you'd think it's probably about 1,000 gold pieces. Actually, exactly 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh fuck! I haven't updated my sheet.
Are they just plain gold pieces, or are they of that nice collector's gold?
Yeah, you start going through them, and there's a lot of them, so it takes you a little bit. But, with the party's help, because you know what you're looking for, yeah, you find about 25 of them that are in relatively good shape. Not pristine, so I don't remember what I gave you for the second step down from 1,000.
1 to 200.
Yeah, so these would fall in that 200 gold piece range. 20 of them. And the other 980 are, like regular circulation gold pieces. Not incredibly valuable, but still the mint marks are visible and not just trade value.
Okay, great. The next bag.
All right. Well, you pulled all 3 out at the same time. One of them was definitely heavier than the other.
Well, then I'll go with
Of the
that
2
one
smaller
first.
ones. All right, yeah, you open this up. And inside, there's about 100 platinum pieces. All with Caldarian mint mark on them.
Okay. Any of them worth more than a platinum?
Yeah, about half of them are pristine.
Okay, and what are they worth? What are
2,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
I just realized you don't have any pristine platinum. You have a bunch of blank platinum. And then the other ones are just, yeah, circulation. 1 platinum each.
Okay. The lighter bag.
All right. Hey, pop this one open. And inside of it, there are 50 silver pieces.
Any of them nicer than normal?
About 20 of them.
There's drinking money.
Well, you guys have plenty of drinking money. You have plenty of drinks.
Mm-hmm. All right. And now there is that chest that's still in the hole.
Indeed.
I'd like
Its
to check.
dimensions are
go
1
ahead.
foot by 6 inches by about 3 inches deep.
Okay. I'd like to check the surroundings for traps to make sure pulling it out isn't going to cause a problem.
All right. Go ahead. Yeah, on the back side of it, there's a string attached to something that runs underneath the floorboard.
Hey, Slick, you here?
Yep, I'm here. I got
got some thievy stuff I think you need to handle.
I'm gonna try and disarm the trap with my thieves' tools.
All right. Go ahead. Roll.
It's sleight of hand, right?
It's a thieves' tools check.
Hmm.
Thieves' tools is a special
plus
skill.
7. That's right. Money.
All right. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Deftly. You deftly undo the string from the little chest, little box. Yeah, the trap is disarmed.
All right. Well, then I pull the box out.
All right. Yeah, you pull it out.
And I check the box over to make sure opening it won't trigger any traps.
Go ahead and roll. Indeed, it does not appear to be additionally trapped after the other trap.
Well, then I open it.
All right. Inside, there are 3 vials.
Do they have contents?
They do appear to have contents.
And what do the contents appear like?
There's 3 different colors. Well, they're obviously different from each other.
Okay, seriously, just tell me what the fucking vials look like.
They look like potions.
What color are they? Is there any visible, like, is one bubbling and the other not? Is there anything odd about them?
I'm looking. I'm sorry.
Well, sorry, I
didn't
thought you
have
had
that
in
ready
front
to go. No. I had to go find where that fucking box was. I was
sorry, do I really have to drag this out of you?
Oh, one of them has a red liquid inside that is continuously expanding. One
Get the big guy.
has what looks like fog. And the other appears empty, but it definitely sloshes like it has liquid inside.
All right. Just to confirm my guesses, I will do an identify ritual on them.
Yep. Spend some time casting Identify and discover a potion of
Visibility,
growth.
enlarging, and gaseous form.
Yep.
He knows.
Well, I mean, he probably is the foremost knowledgeable person at this table for random shit, and that would fall in the category of random D&D shit, knowing exactly what a potion is by its description. Indeed, yes, one of each. Nothing
Okay.
special about them, just potions.
So wait, what's the fog one?
Gaseous form.
It just turns the person into a gas cloud.
Yeah, pretty much.
So some stealth shit or what?
Some stealth shit, recon, getting into small areas that you couldn't otherwise fit easily.
Facts.
Paladin
Okay.
grenade. That's my personal favorite use. But yeah. But after clearing all of these nice looking structures, that is all you find.
Okay.
More
Well,
shit.
so we got these 3 potions. Anyone want them?
Give me a gaseous form one.
All right.
You got a bird. I don't got any recon shit.
Sure.
What were the other two?
Potion of visibility and a potion of growth, the one that does like enlarge on you.
I mean, I'll take
Damn.
that.
I'll. Go ahead.
I mean, if you wanted it, Jackie, you can have it.
I want the potion of growth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then sure.
Oh, there we go.
mean-
That's all 3 of them.
I mean.
He wants the
God,
potions of Mario's red mushroom.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're talking about Jack
Nice
here.
How do you spell gaseous?
Gas Eos.
Eos. Gas Eos. Ah. That's a really smart way to explain it. Thank you for that.
No worries. All right, cool. So distribute the loot. And that was it for the 3rd tier, right?
Yep. You guys cleared every building up there.
All right, I think we've cleared the town then.
I mean, we could spend another 20 sessions going building the building if you want.
Oh, look,
yes,
oops, the town burned
Please
down.
not.
Sorry.
the stone town that has mostly stone buildings.
Look, there
yeah,
are
they-
very few problems that cannot be solved with a proper application of high explosives.
Or chlorine trifluoride.
You just.
I'll make
explain
anything burn.
mustard gas.
Hmm?
Did you just explain mustard gas?
No. Chlorine trifluoride is way worse.
Oh, it's the fucking shit they put on the Vietnam.
No.
Oh damn, I was really hoping it was that.
Shut your mouth. You don't know anything.
Yeah, I figured.
The Germans tried to use it in World War II, and it was too unstable for them to use.
So we should definitely make it.
I mean, we're talking about the Germans here.
Yeah, while it is particularly reactive, it's not my favorite fluorine. I like Foof.
Foof is fun too. Both of them I wouldn't want to be anywhere near.
You're gonna Google shit now. What the?
Don't worry, man. Sometimes I think don't worry, Slick. I think they just make up shit too, man. Don't worry about it. I think sometimes they just make words up when we're in here. I don't know.
Foof.
Y'all need to watch more entertaining chemistry videos.
Yeah.
Dioxygen difluoride.
Yep.
Most dangerous chemicals ever synthesized. Cool.
Well, it's certainly one of the more reactive ones. I'm not sure I would necessarily agree it's the most dangerous.
Yeah, I mean
It's
there's that explosive that it just goes off on its own. Like if you look at it funny.
Well,
Oh,
that's just ether.
I really
I
should
mean
know
yeah,
what
but
this
no,
shit
there's
is
like
because-
its eyes.
I mean, phosphorus burns anything, so
No, phosphorus
like
does not
phosphorus.
burn anything. It's damn near, but chlorine trifluoride will burn everything and
That's
anything.
the fun one.
Oh, they use it. They use it to recover plutonium and uranium and nuclear waste. Nice.
Yeah.
I should have known that. I took an entire fucking semester on nuclear.
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do this.
You guys heading back up to your horse carriage?
Yeah, we'll head back down to our carriage and load up and roll out and continue on our way to Ghent.
All right.
I forgot that was. I forgot I had this stupid pipe drop on my fucking Hopper GX. It's so loud.
All right. So yeah, you're just heading west back out.
Yep.
You don't want to go play nice with the goblins?
They have nothing I want.
All right. Yeah. You guys head west, spending the next half a day getting back to the main road. And you come back to a pretty similar. You spent about half day exploring the city itself, and you come back to a very similar camp spot. You guys had made camp previously, but it's about nighttime.
Now then, we make camp. We
can
set
take
our
2
watch. Sorry, what was that, Slick? I talked over you.
watches. I can do 2 watches if need be.
Oh, what's your passive like?
Good question. It is 12.
Well, I believe you're above average for the party.
Yeah.
All right.
I only need 4 hours of sleep, so.
Okay. Well, then we'll probably just do Alaric, Jack, then Slick. Then just have
See?
Slick do too.
Yeah, you guys set up your camp. Call forth your tiny hut and go down for the night, leaving the ruins of Greshmark behind. Overall, only a 3-day dew tour.
Yeah, it went a lot more smooth than that 3-hour tour I heard about.
Nah.
Those damn airship captains from the past. But yeah, you guys' night passes without incident. And you continue south. Eventually, shortly after you wake up connecting back with the main road and continue following it. And after about 6 days, yeah, 6 days, you guys travel. It's uneventful. And you come up to the end of the valley. And here, the road splits, going both east and west. They look like they're continuing to head south. But there's no sign or anything. Just two paths. Which way do you guys go?
Well, I'm inside the carriage, so don't look at me. It's probably whoever's driving that's going to make
Yeah,
that
who's
decision.
driving?
So who's driving?
Who is driving?
Alaric, are you driving?
No.
It's not Jack.
Well,
Nobody's driving the carriage.
Rolly?
This is
horse is
awkward.
driving. So what's the skill that we're using for driving there? Is that survival or what?
Everyone just roll a D100, and whoever rolls the lowest has
Well,
to drive.
there is a vehicle handling that is a
Okay.
special in mechanic skill, but I don't think anybody in the party except for Hayes' character had it, and
of
Hayes
course.
is no longer with us. So
I like
it's
this one.
kind of, I mean, you're not riding on a bad road. It's just an old road.
Well, yeah, but like I think didn't we use like survival in one game to determine like that'd be the other decent skill to use?
So we've generally used survival for navigation.
Which is kind of convenient for driving. Yes.
I'll drive. I'll just drive. I rolled a 13 anyway, and no one's gonna get lower at a 13.
I mean, are you sure about that? Because I mean, I have a -1 to survival and animal handling.
No, he meant on a D100 he rolled for
Oh,
who's driving.
gotcha.
Well, I mean, it's up
Okay,
to you guys.
so left or right, right?
Those would appear to be the choices.
Okay, let's go right.
All right. You take the path right.
There's always a third choice. Jump the roundabout.
I forge on straight ahead, due south, ignoring the road.
Well, your carriage broke a wheel and now you have dysentery.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, but I have like 600 pounds of buffalo meat, so it's all good.
Just keep eating through it.
I just have to eat faster than I shit. That's how you survive dysentery.
Buffalo meat gives enough temp HP to survive the damage over time.
All right, go right.
Right. Right.
I'm finding my node map. And after a few hours, the valley starts to thin out, and the ground becomes more rocky. You start hugging the side of a mountain. Path is about 10 feet wide, so comfortable enough for you to drive the carriage and ride your horses. Continue on. And by the end of the day, the 7th day after leaving Greshmark, You guys are still walking along the side of a mountain. Down below, you can see a fog-filled valley about 1,000 feet, and towering overhead, the mountain. What are you guys going to do for the night?
Make camp.
I mean, yeah.
Just spent the day scribing scrolls in the carriage.
Yep. All right, yeah. You guys go down.
Yeah, same watch order as before.
All right. So yeah, you guys camp on this almost cliffside path. The night passes. You wake up and set out, continuing south. Eventually, the path starts winding down the mountain. And connects to another one, going back up the side of another mountain. Similar path, a little bit wider on this mountain, but still that sort of almost a cliff edge, but not quite because it's not a sheer drop. It's just a really steep embankment. And you continue on. Another 4 days go past if you kind of weaving and winding between the mountains on these cliff edges. Start heading back down the mountains. It looks like there's a valley up ahead that you're heading into.
Do we see anything in the valley?
Nothing that stands out. You are over top and you can see pretty far, and it just looks like a lot more pine trees.
All right.
Yeah, head down into the valley. Another 2 weeks, 3 days pass traveling through this valley. And you come across another split. This one, one of the roads continues almost due south, and the other one branches off slightly to the east. They're about the same width. And there is a post sticking up between the two, but there's nothing on the post. It's about 8 inches across and 8 feet tall. So what do you guys do?
That's a good question.
Whoever designed those signs was evil.
Or funny. Or both.
both.
Uh, well, I suppose we could look around and see if we can't find any road signs that are supposed to be on the post.
That's no fun. Which way? What are the options?
One road leads, due south on the path that you're on, and then one veers about 45 degrees off to the east.
Ooh.
But they're the same width. So it's not like, the eastern road is a narrower
they-
that leads to something, small. It looks
They
like it's
both-
another
they both
big trade
don't
road.
look rocky. They're just smooth roads, right?
Yeah, these are compacted, stone and dirt.
I see. And there's nothing around the
Some
area,
trees.
like signs or
There's a post
landmarks.
that you might think was a sign because it obviously doesn't look like a tree. It doesn't have roots.
Well, it was a post. I mean, it was ripped apart.
But yeah, it does appear to be a man-made. It's not ripped apart or anything. It's just there's a post sticking out of the ground, kind of at an angle.
All right. Well, head east.
All right.
East Wall Strats.
Slick turns the carriage, following the eastern path. Yeah, and it starts to kind of climb a little bit of a hill in the valley itself. And by the end of the day, you just reach a rather large clearing scattered with look like stone markers. There's about a dozen of them. Some bigger stones in the bottom with smaller stones stacked up on top of them.
I didn't know Sharpie came in stones.
But yeah, large clearing, bunch of stone markers, tall grass surrounded by pine trees. But it's about nighttime.
Oh, I guess we camp then.
All right, same watch order.
Yep.
All right. Well, your guys' watch begins. Oh, sorry, who's on second watch? It's Jack.
That would be me.
I thought it was
I
Alaric.
thought who was on first?
I thought it was Jack, Alaric, Slick.
Okay.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
So mean.
Alaric, as the moon starts rising to its peak.
We are
can
in the tiny
see-
hut, if I didn't say that.
Yeah, I'm assuming that one. There's no reason not to do it. But on the peak of the moon's crest, the meadow around you, you can see some glowing. That doesn't look like, fireflies. Definitely something strange in the neighborhood.
Do I have the Ghostbusters on dial up?
I don't know. But it does
Can't
look like the glows are concentrated around all those stone markers.
stone markers. Could I do an Arcana check to maybe think of what this might be?
Give me a history or religion check.
Oh, I can do that. I mean, I could try to do that.
All right. Yeah, your best guess is this is some sort of grave site,
Oh, that's great.
but not the one of what you'd expect for civilized folk to bury.
Oh, cool.
There was no name placards or anything when you were looking around. It was just piles of stones, kind of all sort of uniformly shaped.
All right. Well, I'm definitely staying inside the hut.
You don't want to go look for the glowy things?
No. I've heard of stories dealing with this. You get one person going out and they disappear forever.
Because they get so much loot that they can retire comfortably.
Yeah, it was the tail end of your watch, and you wake Slick up.
And I tell them about there's something spooky afoot with those gravestones that apparently are a thing. Don't follow the light.
But it's so
Yeah.
shiny.
I know it's
Slick.
shiny.
As you start taking your watch, you can see what looks like by all 1 dozen of these markers seems to be something glowing in the grass around them, but you can't see what it is. It's glowing up from it like a bluish light. Horses seem a little on edge, but they're not spooking. Nate, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Well, you take your watch.
I'm here. Yeah. I'm taking my watch.
Staying inside the tiny hut.
No, I'll walk out of the tiny hut. Can I see anything from the tiny hut, or can't see shit outside?
From inside the tiny hut, all you can see is by the grave markers, there is some glowing emanating from the ground. But you can't see what it is because it's, buried in tall grass.
Oh.
The nearest grave marker is about 30, 40 feet from you. That way-ish.
Okay. Fireflies. Well, if
Didn't
I
seem
can't
like
see it,
fireflies.
if I can't really see it yet, I'm just gonna stay in the hut until something pops out.
All right. Stay in the hut.
There's no point in going out.
And the rest of your watch passes without incident. It's now morning. And about the middle of your second watch, the glowing faded.
I still want to check out the area where I saw him last.
All right. Well, it's morning now.
Yep, I'm gonna walk over there and just look.
Right. Well, around all of these, you look at one and you start looking at the others. There's small blue flowers that you don't recognize glowing around or growing around all of them. Not glowing.
They're not glowing. Okay, so they're just blue flowers.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Can I pick one up.
Yeah, you can easily pick one.
Yeah, I pick one up. And I look at it.
And as soon as you pluck it, it starts to die. It withers away and turns to dust.
Ah. Okay. Who's gonna be the best at figuring this shit out? Alar, get over here. Come on, smart guy.
What's up?
These flowers, as soon as you pluck them, they just immediately wither. And it was right where these glowing eyes, or this firefly-looking thing at night, was like something was watching us at night.
Okay.
But where they were, these flowers were not here. Now they are here. They're not really native to this area. Seems like.
Right.
Well, no, you couldn't see the flowers from inside the tiny hut, and you just don't recognize them.
I'm making educated guesses.
Okay. Can I figure out what type of flower these are?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a nature check.
Do I have a high nature? I do actually have a pretty decent nature. Oh my god.
Are you proficient with it?
No, I have just a +3 though.
Yeah.
Do I have better than yours or no?
No.
Oh, of course.
Doesn't matter though.
Doesn't matter. I want to try.
Yeah, you're not sure, but you don't know of any flowers that die when you pick them, at least that quickly.
Well, I'll
Like
start a
one to
detect
try.
magic ritual while he's trying to figure out what type of flower it is.
Well, I don't know shit either.
Yeah, you're not terribly sure either. They're outside of your botanical experience.
These flowers are made of flowers.
Exactly.
But yeah, a little bit of time passes, and Alar, your detect magic ritual goes off, and the ground underneath the flowers, not the flowers themselves, is glowing with abjuration.
Neat.
Okay.
Cool.
And as you're, kind of walking around, you also notice that there is another undefined school in a smaller spot at the base of one of these grave markers, about 4 feet down. About the size of a sword.
We start digging.
Entirely coincidental, I'm sure.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna say a big loaf of bread, but that would have been weird.
I still dug
Could,
it
could
up.
be a dwarven, burial. There's
Go ahead and make
sometimes-
a history or religion check, if you want.
I'll make a history check.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah. You're definitely sure that this isn't what you'd expect for any of the dwarves or elves for a burial site for odd. Doesn't ring a bell for halflings, doesn't ring a bell for gnomes.
All right. All right. Well,
Start digging.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
see why
start
not.
digging.
I'm gonna call Jack over here. Come here, Jack. How fast can you dig a hole? All right, good to talk.
See, you didn't start with offering him liquor. That's your.
Yeah.
How many liquor?
As
on
Aelor
me?
just holds out a pick to Slick. Well, get digging.
How much tinnitus is considered acceptable collateral?
Let's try to minimize the amount of collateral damage here.
You don't want to use the triage digging method.
Not till we have a better idea of what we're dealing with. So I have a shovel. I will give Slick the pick. We'll dig it up.
So while you have detect magic up, are you gonna go walk beyond this particular grave marker? Because the rest of them, they're all about 40 feet apart, spread out.
Yeah,
So you have to walk to get one of
I'll-
them in the field.
I'll check all of them out. Sure.
Yeah, and the ones you walk past all have a similar abjuration, and then another school or undefined magic below, about 4 feet down.
Who digs? Who?
So when
carries-
you hold up, when you say there's an aura of abjuration magic, it's like a distinct aura, or it's not just the ground in general.
The like the dirt, the ground itself is what's projecting it.
Yes, but is
It's
it this whole area is one contiguous aura, or is it several large auras like around each grave?
Yes, it's several large auras. It's from the grave marker, it extends out about 5 feet, and it extends down about 10 feet,
Aha.
like a cylinder.
Right. Well, then in that case, I'm going to dispel magic
We got all day.
the aura we're digging in before we start digging.
Okay, I'll dig the first hole.
I probably didn't come through. I said I'd dispel magic on the area we're going to dig in before we start digging. Targeting the abjuration magic.
Right. Go ahead and roll. Oh, and here's what the flowers look like.
Oh, so wait, roll for how good I dig?
No, he's rolling to counter
okay.
spell
Dispel.
or dispel. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have any effect.
I'll try again. I try again.
All right, go ahead.
There we go.
Yep. The area that you touch, it dissipates, and the aura shrinks down into the ground and disappears. You can still see the other magical aura, but now it is not surrounded by abjuration.
Sure. All right, now we dig.
Oh, we dig.
Digging a hole. I mean, I wish we had a dwarf in the group. Diggy, diggy hole.
Yeah, but then he would have been buried with his bread.
Yeah, takes you guys a couple hours, but you're able to unearth this space, and looks like it's an orc. And is laying with his arms crossed and a sword on his chest.
Can I inspect the sword?
Yeah,
Okay.
looks to be nicely wrought.
Nicely what?
Wrought, forged,
Wrought.
manufactured.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
Pretty nice rot.
Okay. Is it a great sword or is it like a
It's a long sword.
long sword? Okay. Well, I mean, I've got no use for it, but
All right.
if anybody else wants it, to rip it off a dead body. Connie, where the fuck you at?
Well, what are you guys doing?
I believe they're trying to figure out who wants the magic sword.
I have no strength, so not
What
me.
kind of sword is it?
It's a long sword.
I have a
Appears to
minus-
be magical.
I have a -2 to my attacks. My melee attacks were not giving me the sword.
I mean, I can use a sword, but I don't like to.
Can I take it then?
I mean, yeah, sure.
That's okay with me.
Yeah.
It's
If
okay
you
with
use
me.
the
Do you want me to
sword,
identify it
yeah.
first?
Yeah, I
Sure.
would.
Okay. I'll do an identify ritual on it,
All right.
and then
Yeah.
just hand it to Mare.
Yeah, you can cast Identify on it. And appears to be a moon-touched longsword.
Ah, well, there you go.
And you pull the blade out of the scabbard, you can see runes etched along its blade. Yeah. Pull it out in the daylight, and it doesn't seem to do anything. But Alar said it's magical, and it does magical stuff.
And then the rest of the gravesite had something similar.
Mhm.
Oh, damn. I guess it is orcs. They're not gonna have fucking rapiers and shit, so.
Probably mostly longswords.
Yeah.
Or big weapons.
Yeah, Jack uses big weapon.
You think we can find Jack a big weapon in one of these graves?
I can barely hear him. What's he saying?
Well, from Alar's walk around, all of them looked identical. Like the school of like the size of the aura field that he was seeing.
Yeah. It's up to you guys. If you guys want to dig up some more swords and maybe sell them too.
Yeah, there's mine to be had in archaeology.
Well, if you guys want to dig it up, be my guest. If you guys want to dig it up, be my guest. However, I don't have the spell slots to dispel that abjuration magic, so you're just gonna have to brave whatever it is when you do so.
Yeah.
I will not be digging.
Mm. No, I can't do anything with them, so I'm good. We'll leave the rest be if that's the case.
Okay.
Let's get back
Well,
in.
We have a unearthed orc grave, magic sword. What do you guys do?
Covered with that grave back up, with dirt back in. Just kind of kick the dirt back in.
All right. Hey, you guys spend another hour burying the orc back.
And then hop back on the cart and onward.
Keep moving.
Keeps you moving.
All right. Yeah. The rest of the day passes, and you quickly find yourself back in more forest. Pine trees everywhere. Eventually, the day ends. And I found it. Okay. Sorry for the dead air. Yeah. Day ends, you guys go down, you wake up, you head out, continuing along the path. Another 3 days pass. I believe that's a total of 18 since you left Greshmark.
Sounds right.
And you come up on another split.
Okay.
This one, the paths both kind of lead to the east, but one looks like it goes uphill and the other looks like it goes further down into another valley.
I always take high roads.
All right, yeah, you take the left path. Heading up, slowly ascending out of the valley onto another stony mountainside path with little cover or shrubbery.
Okay, do I see anything off in the distance? Any landmarks, monuments, towns?
You see mountains?
I see mountains.
There's a lot of mountains.
Cool. We keep trucking.
Yeah. Look around and you're definitely pretty much in the middle of the mountain range at this point. It's been about 4 weeks and a little bit, 5 weeks since you left Coldemore or Colder Falls. And you guys are about halfway through the mountain range. But yeah, you guys continue. The days pass. Another week goes by, and you come down off the Zig mountain passes and into another valley. It looks like the center of the valley from your guys' perch before you descended into it. You could definitely see a single structure. It didn't look like a sprawling bunch of ruins or anything like that. It just looked like a big stone building. Best guess at this range. Probably about a day away.
Well, we start heading there then.
You can always turn back.
Nope.
We must steal their copper wiring.
We must steal their copper wiring.
We don't have to steal their copper wiring. Clearly, they're the type of people to hide their house keys under a rock. And that fort is made, or probably just a building, but that building's made out of a lot of rocks, which means we're going to get a lot of house keys and we can steal all of their copper wiring
Oh,
for
I like that.
profits. If we find a house we don't have a key for, I can just explode their doors and
Well, I
then
mean,
steal their copper wiring.
Well, actually, I mean, I could just use Fireball to, burn down their house, and then we just take the melted copper out of the ash pile.
Yeah, but that's a big blob, and it's not a very convenient shape to carry around over long distances.
True, but it is faster.
Yeah, but it's inconvenient.
But yeah, you guys go down for the night and wake up and set out into the valley. After the day passes, you guys do come across something some of you might be familiar with, though you don't see many of them often. Appears to be a well-kept military fortress, kind of like an inn, sort of. Has a modest wall around it, a gate. On the front of the gate, the symbol of infinity.
Can I roll a history check to see what that might mean or imply?
Yeah.
Who the hell wrote their 8 sideways? How do you even do that?
Yeah, that's weird to draw an 8 sideways. I don't get it. Just I tilt my head like a dog to the side and like, nah, that still doesn't make any sense.
You guys can always knock.
Jack, knock on the door.
Good idea. I can cast knock.
What do you guys do? It's about bedtime. You could travel a little bit more too before you sleep.
Um,
Oh, why would we travel when we can explore this place?
do you want to see who's inside?
I mean, that'd be nice.
Does this place look like it's lived in currently, or does it look run down?
The structure is in fine shape. It doesn't look old or run down. And as for lived in, yeah, you can see smoke rising out of the second floor chimney on this inner building. You can see it over the wall.
All right.
Hey, Alar, can we get a hero to see who's inside?
Inside of what, I like poke my head out of the carriage to see the door. Do I recognize the symbol?
Oh yeah, go ahead and make a history check.
Yeah, they put an 8 sideways. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's weird. Or maybe it's like 2 O's.
Yeah. Taylor, you would recognize this as a infinity structure. They're
And maybe
dotted across the land, and how the story is told is they brought stability in a previous era. Long forgotten where they came from, but you do know that they're considered a safe haven for travelers.
Or maybe someone was drawing a butt.
Okay. I tell the party that it's like it's like a mark for like a safe haven for travelers. You should just be able to open the doors. Head right on in.
Oh, were those?
Yeah, that works. Okay. I try opening the door.
Yeah, the doors swing freely open.
Oh, neat. All right.
Knock, knock.
It doesn't help when I already opened the door.
Oh, I'm letting people know that we're here.
Yeah. And upon entering, you're greeted by a middle-aged man in well-kept clothes, just a simple tunic and pants. He walks forward and he greets you. Greeting, travelers. If you wish to rest for the night, you may keep your carriage in the stable house over there, and there are rooms inside.
Oh, well, thank you.
Dinner will be ready in about an hour.
Sounds good. Thank you.
I open the door the rest of the way so the carriage can come in, and then we, park it where you indicated and find some rooms.
You move it over into the stable house, and inside the stable house there is hay and water for the horses. It's well kept, clean, dry. And the other structures, there is a large 2-story. You guys would call it a tavern or an inn. It's got a big door, a bunch of nice glass windows around the top floor. Seems to be constructed out of mostly stone, although there is timber around the glass frames. The door is framed in timber and made of wood. But that's the door that he came out of and went back inside of. He didn't seem to be waiting for you guys.
Fair. So yeah, I guess we head in.
Yeah, find a nice place by the fire to sit.
Yeah. And inside there is a large hearth room. And the hearth is in the center of the stairs. Kind of a safety issue, but and on the back wall above the fire, there's a suit of green plate mail. Looks to be on some sort of armor stand. Sitting up on a little ledge beyond the stairs. But there are a dozen or so tables with a couple of chairs each. A door to your left and to your right. And as you guys come in and kind of start looking around, this man walks out of the door to your right. Says, "Greeting. Call me Henry. You guys planning on staying more than one night or just passing through?"
Just passing through.
Heading north or south?
Which way is again?
You guys are going south.
And I say south.
Don't get many visitors these years. Company is always appreciated. I'm making some rabbit stew. There's more than enough to go around.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Please go upstairs and make yourselves at home. There's plenty of rooms to go around.
Yeah, most excellent.
Then he kind of turns and starts heading back towards the door, and he stops. And my only request is there's no magic or hostilities here. That's my only rule. Otherwise, you're free to stay as long as you like. Goes back through the door.
Of course, of course.
Yep, kind of that vibe is what you're getting. Very much that vibe.
Yeah, so I go find a nice room to, chill in, and when dinner's ready, go eat, enjoy the services.
Start heading up the stairs. They're nice wide, 5-foot wide stairs on both sides of this 10-foot wide hearth. And they go up, and there's a balcony. And they both, from there go up left and right. Either direction you pick leads to a long hallway, and each hallway has about a dozen doors on it, 6 to a side. You do pass right by that armor, too.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Well,
Eat, drink, and be merry.
yeah, and find a room first, then that.
Yeah.
You guys head up. All of the rooms are spacious, about 20 by 20. They have a large bed.
Oh,
You can easily sleep 2 on each of them. They're
Why wouldn't
furnished with a desk and a wardrobe, all made out of oak.
yeah, very nice, very nice. Is there enough rooms for everybody in the party to have their own?
Oh yes, easily. You
Excellent.
venture around the upstairs, and there are 2 dozen rooms up here.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're
Each
we're
of
all
them
taking it easy.
identically furnished.
It's very nice.
It is.
You guys get yourself situated, and after a little while, you guys hear a ding come from downstairs. It reverberates through the building, but not too loudly. It's pleasant.
Oh, must be the dinner bell. Head downstairs.
time
and
to go-
yeah.
Get dinner.
You guys head back downstairs and set out on tables near each other. There's enough plates for all of you. And on the plate is a small loaf of bread and a bowl of stew. Appropriate utensils, there's glasses. Looks like there's pitchers of wine and beer in the center of the tables.
Cool. Cool.
It's a nice spread.
Yep.
Said eat, drink, be merry, make small talk,
Mhm.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, you guys talk amongst yourself, and after a little
Are
while,
we the only ones here?
yes, you're the only people here. You haven't seen, like, when you came back downstairs, the food and everything was set out, steaming bowls of stew, and you didn't see your host. He wasn't out, but after a little while, he does walk back out of that right side door. And oh, good evening. How are you guys finding everything?
Splendid.
Extremely splendid.
Excellent, excellent. Well, if you need anything, do let me know.
Of course. Thank you very much, good sir.
He walks across and goes to the door on the left and opens it and walks through.
And then I look towards Alar, and we should probably find a map of other places like this, if we can. Could come
Yeah.
in handy.
Indeed.
Yeah. And your history check from before, you spent a little time in this place. You remember encountering similar structures with a, host. Sometimes it was a tower, sometimes it was the end of a bridge, but all of them had that same architecture with the infinity symbol scattered throughout it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll after dinner, I'll go and track down our host.
Yeah. And go knock on that left door where you've seen him. I'm assuming you knock. You don't just swing in and walk, right?
If it doesn't look to be like a public area, yeah, I knock.
Yeah, it's just a door on the side of this large area. Yeah, you knock and he opens. He walks out. And, I mean, when he opens the door, you can see that it's a nice, like, bedroom sort of area. A couple of desks, a couple of wardrobes, a couple of chests. I think, yes. Is there anything I can do for you?
Well, maybe. I do know that there are other such places, around. I was wondering if you happen to know the location of others. That would make our travels a bit easier.
Well, I personally don't know, but I can tell you these are, at least what it informed me, is an infinity structure. It was built long ago by an ancient group of architects whose names have, even in the most ancient texts, disappeared into nothingness. These architects crafted these monumental works of art, which have served as bridges, fortresses, and sanctuaries for travelers and people who are in need. He pauses, and I can tell you these places are old, but not as old as you might think in the grand scheme of time. The world has forgotten much, of course. And I protect what remains. The journey you cross through these mountains, this place, simple in purpose, a respite.
Well, that's unfortunate. Still, thank you for your time. You have a good night.
Indeed. You as well.
And I head back to the party and let them know that no, they don't know where any other ones are.
No. Well, I mean, maybe there's a map somewhere.
Yeah.
Something just to keep in mind for
Yep.
our future adventures.
Mm. Yeah,
But yeah, he did refer to it as an infinity structure.
right.
And that name rings with what you're familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Well, it's bedtime. You guys' stomachs are full. The food was exceptionally good.
Well, I guess we head up to our rooms then.
All right. You guys gonna set a watch?
Probably not a bad idea.
All right. Who's on first? And what's the name of the guy on second?
You guys have any reason not to just keep our same watch order? All right, we keep our same watch order then.
All right. Yeah. You guys go down for the night. The night is very peaceful. The bed is warm, but not too warm. The pillow is well fluffed. It's very, very cozy. Feels like home. That's what sleeping here is.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think was it Jack, Alaric, Slick? So Jack, you're on first watch. It's a little quiet for your liking, but other than that, it's pretty peaceful. Nothing happens. Alaric, same for you. It's kind of eerie how quiet it is, really.
I'm okay with that.
Slick, your watch comes. Nothing happens for the entire night. Morning comes. The sun comes through your windows. Those of you that have windows and are facing the right direction, if you pick those rooms. I don't know where you slept.
In one of those rooms.
In one of those rooms. I slept with the slut dragon.
Slept with or slept with?
Huh? No. We're both entertainers, you know?
But yeah. You guys. Well,
She heard it and said, "Fuck you." Okay.
well, I'll drag her back.
Oh no, she.
Jake, are you here? Did you fall asleep?
He fell
He might
asleep.
have. He might have fell asleep. The beds were too comfy.
No, I think I know what happened to him.
A little drunk.
No, probably Allie came out.
Oh yeah, I suppose about that time. But yeah,
Yeah.
you guys wake up, head down for the, morning, and the man is still there. He appears to be setting out plates. There's cheese and fruit.
Was there
And,
anybody else other than us there?
Nope.
Nope.
Just us.
And bowls of warm, steaming porridge.
Have we
Please.
asked him? Have we asked him where the next closest town is?
The next closest town.
Town, city.
You have
feels
not
like-
asked him.
Okay, while we're eating, I like to ask him.
Yeah, he's setting everything out, and you guys kind of sit down and ask him. And he'll answer. Well, if you're heading south, the next nearest town I think would be Kettle's Crossing. That won't be for another. Oh, it's been a while. A couple 100 years of isolation. I'll throw your distance for a little bit. You guys will understand one day. Say it's
I
about
see.
3 weeks, maybe 4.
Any crazy
No, it's
areas
closer than
around
that. What's that?
towns? Or any ruins? Any cool areas?
Oh, nothing around here for miles. That's
Wonders.
the
No
point.
wonders. That's call it a vacation travel.
Indeed. Well, if there's nothing else. And, he heads back into the door on the right. Before you is a plate set for each of you. There's a bowl of porridge and a center tray with fruits and cheese.
Charcuterie board.
Kind of.
Woo.
Then there's also pitchers of apple juice.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! This guy knows. What?
Appears to be fresh.
Oh, even better.
Are there apples in this forest? Have we seen one of some while traveling?
You have not seen any apples.
Oh.
This has been primarily a pine forest. Every valley you've gone through this entire mountain range has been pine trees.
And he's out here with fresh apples, weeks if not days away from civilization.
It would appear
I-
so.
Was there any? Did we see any farms and stuff outside? Pat, like
Nope. You've seen about 100 by 100 walled area with a 10-foot wall around it. The stable house was on one side, and the tavern/inn that you're in now was kind of on the other side to the back corner. Inside that space was just nice green space.
I'd like
Well,
to ask him next time I find him. Where do you get your product from? How do you keep it so fresh?
Do you go knock on the door and ask him?
Kind of, yeah.
All right, yeah. So you get up and you go knock on the door. A few seconds pass, and he opens the door, and inside you can see a looks like a kitchen area. Looks to be well stocked. Yes. What may I do for you, sir?
Yeah, I was just wondering. I mean, fresh apple juice in a pine forest and many days away. How do you keep getting all this food?
The structure provides.
The structure provides. I see. And this is the building.
Yes.
I see. Okay, that's neat. And then I go to Alar and say, "Hey, Alar, can you tech magic this building?"
When we're outside, sure.
Cool. I let him go on his way and go back in his door, and I finish eating.
Right, yeah. Well, you guys finish your breakfast. A new adventuring day awaits you.
Oh yeah.
As you finish and start getting up, he comes back out of the kitchen and starts picking up and collecting all the dishes and trays. He doesn't seem to pay any mind to what hasn't been eaten and just starts carrying things back into the kitchen.
I leave 5 platinum pieces as a tip.
I was gonna do that. Damn it.
Yeah.
Ah, beat you to it.
He makes a trip to the kitchen and you fork over some coins and leave them sitting on the table, and he comes back out and he kind of looks at him. And he picks them up and he walks over and kind of just towards your group because he doesn't know who put them there. And he says, "There's no need for this. The structure provides. I have no use for coin.
Oh.
Please take these back."
Okay. Well, still, I just figured, you might need stuff of your own, but still, not all right.
Oh
Okay,
no, my need for coin has passed.
Fair
What
enough.
would you want, if anything?
I have no need for anything.
What do you do for entertainment around here? I mean, what do you do? You know?
I watch the forest and make sure it remains safe.
I see. So does the structure provide everything, or just there's still some things you have to get yourself?
The hearth always stays lit. The kitchen always stays stocked. I have no need for food or sleep. I have been this way for 427 years. That is when I took
I
up the
blink a
mantle
few-
of being a guardian.
I blink a few times, and how old does he look?
He looks like he's about in his 50s. Human.
Huh. All right.
He's human, 450 years old. Yeah, there's some. Fuck.
Yeah, I think we can skip the detect magic bit.
You think?
I think we might.
Yeah, there's definitely some wonky magic shit going on here. But
Hey,
yeah,
look,
when he does say that, he does kind of pat his chest, and you can see there's a chain that goes down into his tunic, like he's wearing a necklace of some sort.
I see. All right, I'm done answering questions. So
Well, do you guys need help saddling your horses, or are you guys set for the day?
I believe we're set. Thank you for the assistance and
Everything.
hospitality.
yeah.
Absolutely. And he goes back to picking up the trays and walking into the kitchen.
As soon as we get in the carriage, I'd still do tech magic.
All right, but yeah, you guys are easily able to go outside. What do you guys do?
Well, get the carriage set up, saddle our horses. Once we got
Well-
everything lined up, we're about to leave. I'll do a detect magic ritual.
Where are you doing it?
Just
In the
outside,
courtyard, out,
just outside the gate.
just outside the gate? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Cast your detect magic ritual. Smart choice. And yeah, this is the entire wall in front of you is pinging with a nondescript school of magic. The aura is incredibly strong. Although when you didn't have detect magic up, it didn't appear magical at all.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so there are some very powerful, very subtle magics involved here.
Okay, he did say guardian,
Yeah.
Correct.
so all hands to not piss this guy off, just in case.
That would be my recommendation, yes.
Yes. All right, so we run south then. Keep going south.
You guys heal your horses and haul ass. No, you guys are heading south.
Fucking Jesus Christ, that's the big BG, bro.
Nope. But yeah, after about an hour of travel, you guys come to a pass. Looks to be a valley of stone. Mountains rising on both sides of you, and the trees begin thinning out. And the path begins descending. After another day or so, you guys come into a rather large stone clearing. There's no trees, no dirt. It's kind of hard to tell where the road is, actually. There's just smooth stone. It looks natural, but there's not a whole lot of verticality in this area, other than the mountains rising on both sides of you. But as the day comes to an end, you guys should set a watch.
I would do the same one.
Yep, just keep the same watch.
All right. Like Jack's on first watch.
Okay.
And Jack, your watch to the north, you see a black silhouette kind of bounding towards you guys.
Is it dark outside?
It is dark outside, but this thing is just
I don't
darker.
have dark vision, so it's all dark to me.
Yeah, but there's
Well,
enough
I-
moonlight that you can see the difference in color, and it'd be somewhat familiar to you.
I recognize it. What is
Yeah, after a little while, it gets a little bit closer, and you recognize it as Chaos Wyvern.
it? Oh. Well, then I draw my glaive and begin to roar, waking the entire party. And I'm going to say something, I'm going to say dragon, just as loud as I can, knowing it's not a dragon. But, you know, the fear will get them motivated.
Yeah. After a little bit, you guys are all kind of up, and I think Marin with his with her night vision goggles, unless you were
Shoot the
passing those to
shotgun.
watch.
Go ahead. You've got the shotgun. Shoot the thing.
Yeah, so everybody's up, about 100 feet away from your guys' tiny hut. You can see the form of the young Chaos Wyvern you guys have previously interacted with, kind of bouncing towards you guys. When Jack roars, it kind of stops and bounces away.
Oh,
But you guys definitely seen it.
okay.
Yeah,
Our friend's back.
the one that didn't let me shoot the fucking owl out of the sky. Probably.
Maybe.
What was
Oh,
the
it
one-
was a friend of ours? Well, then I wouldn't have
No,
roared
it
like
was-
that.
It
Oh.
was. it
Well,
was one day
your
we were-
previous experience with it, you might have heard because it's the thing that spilled your whiskey.
Oh yeah, no, see, no, it's getting an ass whooping. Just yeah,
Yeah, no, that thing ate.
No.
That thing ate an
Alcohol
owl that I was
abuse,
trying to
no,
feed. That I was
no,
trying to feed the
no.
mimic, and it took it. But I got one of the scales from it.
Indeed. But yeah. And you guys see it, bound away from you across this open stony basin. A little time passes and you lose track of it. It's too far away to really make out now. You guys go back down. Let Jack resume his watch.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go put some stuff back in the kitchen.
All right. Yeah, Jack. The rest of your watch passes without incident. Well, Eric, you take watch.
Jack's whole watch is ruined. He was gonna enjoy his booze, but that damn dragon had to come by, get him all upset. They had to drink twice as much to calm himself back down.
But yeah, Jack, you finally go to sleep. And Lyric, you're on watch. The moon rises overhead. Nothing happens. And Slick, you take your watch. And the night passes. And it's morning.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Nothing happened on your watch.
Sick. So I was putting dishes in the dishwasher. Oh.
Yeah. So you guys set out, continuing across this stony terrain. And Slick up on the carriage as its driver. As you're going along, you could definitely see something black amongst the gray stone. 1,000, maybe 1,500 feet behind you guys, bouncing back and forth across the area.
At this point, is it just gonna follow us or what?
Yeah, a bit.
It
Alright,
appears to
well,
be.
I keep going.
Yeah. By the end of the day, you figure you're about 2/3 of the way across this region of space that there's devoid of plant life. And as the afternoon passes, the sun starts getting clouded out. These dark clouds form. It looks like it's gonna rain. But night comes. And you guys set up your camp, set up your watch, and erect your tiny hut.
Let's see this time that Wyvern comes back. Let's see what we can do without scaring it off.
Do you detail that to Jack?
Yep.
Did you get that, Jack?
No, what?
So this time if the Wyvern pops up, let's see what we can get. Let's see what it wants.
Oh, I've been trying to kill that damn thing for days. If it shows up, I am killing it. It spilled my beer. I'm killing it.
Well, you guys can always change your watch if you want. But night is upon you, and the first raindrops begin to fall. And then they keep falling.
Yeah.
I
Jack,
wanna-
did you
I
want
wanna-
me to take your watch instead?
Well, I don't care. It's up to y'all. I don't give a shit.
It's either one of. I mean, I guess I can take it if it's like, because I can do it twice, so I can do one in the.
I mean, I can. If you still need me to
and-
do watch, I can do a watch. I don't care.
No, we don't need you
Well,
to
you-
watch. That's fine.
Well,
I'll take a watch. It'll be me, Alaric, then Slick twice.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, so the sun goes down, although you can't really tell at this point where the storm ends and the night begins, as the sky is dark. Rain is falling. Alar, on your watch, this rain is coming down heavy. You notice that the water is not really shedding away from you. On the outside of the tiny hut, there's about 1.5 inches of water raised up. The basin seems to be filling with water slowly.
Hmm. Yeah, I wake everyone up.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Time
it's
to move.
the water looks like it's rising up. I think we should head for high ground now.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds probably a smart idea.
Yeah. As you guys begin breaking camp, you to the south, you can see a dark silhouette, and what looks like high ground. Corral the horses, and you start heading over there. And as you go, the water is uncomfortable to walk through. It's kind of soaking into your boots.
At least
But
it's not
eventually, after about 5 minutes or so, you guys are able to relocate your camp. And you notice, about 100 feet away on this high spot, Chaos Wyverns standing there, staring at you.
Multiple?
Single.
Single. Ah.
Yeah, it's the same
one.
young one that you guys know and are familiar with.
All right. It's
And
100 feet.
Yeah, it sees you guys approaching, and it kind of hops and skitters towards you, and then hops back a few steps. Hops and skitters towards you, and hops back a few steps.
I hold out some food.
All right. What do you hold out?
Yeah, 2 days worth of rations. And I'm kind of just like I'm trying to get a cat near me.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to really pay you any mind. It's
Is it still looking at me, focus on me, or is it focus on something else?
from this distance, your best guess is it's looking towards the party. But now, a little bit of time has passed. It's about 60 feet away. And it's just getting inside of your dark vision. You can see that it seems to be looking at Alar.
Ah.
I know what it wants. I pull out the dinner plate.
Right, yeah, you pull out one of the Alpha Chaos Wyvern scales. And if you could guess emotions for these creatures, it looks excited. It bounds over to you. And it nuzzles you, Alar. It nuzzles you, it nuzzles the scale. Its scales are vibrating. It nuzzles the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rain is pouring down. I'm pretty sure your visibility is down to about 60 feet, and it seems to be shrinking.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just trying to get to high ground though, and then we'll just redo camp.
Yep. Yeah, and you're on pretty high ground right now. You think you're probably about 4 feet from where your other camp was up.
Okay. Well, then I'll redo the tiny hut with the Chaos Wyvern inside of it.
All right.
And I think we just resume our long rest.
All right. Yep. Not enough time has passed to disrupt it, so you guys are
Gave
good.
No fucks what Jack thinks, but okay.
I haven't heard any complaints.
I don't think Jack has noticed. But yeah, you guys go back down for your watch. Alar, the rest of your watch, the Chaos Wyvern is comfortably laying on that scale. Its scales are vibrating.
Oh, I see what's going on now.
Yeah, we're
guys
getting
killed
that.
That's why you didn't want Jack to stay awake.
He's scared away again.
I understand now. I'm catching up.
All right.
But you don't realize that when Jack wakes up, he's gonna see the thing.
Well, I mean,
He's gonna be
you were
angry.
awake, Jack. Jack, you were awake. You guys moved your camp because the water in the basin was rising. It was at 1.5 inches on the outside of the tiny hut. So you guys broke camp. Everybody was awake when this all happened.
Jack would wonder why we have the thing that spilled his beer in here. The thing's got to make us some more beer. Does it make beer? Because it owes Jack's beer.
Do you ask it that?
Yes. I walk over with a keg of beer in my hand and show him what it looks like. Then he spilled some. Jack is very serious about it. he spilled some of my beer. You know, that's not allowed.
Yeah, so it's laying on the scale, and it looks up and tilts its head, sniffs, and then it kind of just ignores you and curls back up on the scale.
What?
Ah.
What?
But yeah, if you guys don't do anything else, then let's resume the night.
Somebody better keep that big lizard out of my alcohol.
Yeah, we need to train it, Jack. We need to train it to find alcohol.
Exactly.
That's on you. Gets into my booze again, I'm killing it. Making shoes out of it.
All right.
All right. But do you do anything on the rest of your the second half of your watch, Alar?
Nope.
All right. Yeah, it passes. You watch as the water in the basin continues to rise. It looks like it's at about, if you had to guess, maybe five or so inches deep. Lyric, your watch. The rain is coming down. The Chaos Wyvern is inside the tiny hut. The horses look very unhappy. On your watch, yeah, Chaos Wyvern stirs a little bit. Gets up, goes over by Alar, nudges the bag of holding. Goes over by you, Alaric. Pause at the edge of the tiny hut. You see it interacting with the tiny hut, not able to phase through it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do anything or just observe?
I just observe.
All right. Yeah, it does this for about 15 minutes. And it goes and it lays back down on the Chaos Wyvern scale that's laid out. Rest of your watch passes. And looking out, looks like the water has risen another 5 inches. It's about a quarter of the way up your hill that you're dying on. I mean, sleeping on.
The Freudian slip, maybe?
But yeah, your watch ends. Slick, you take over.
Yep.
You do anything on your watch or just hang out,
Nope,
watching the
just hanging
rain
out.
come down. All right. Yeah, about halfway through your first watch. Yeah, Chaos Wyvern gets up again. Goes over and nudges the bag of holding by Alar. Comes over by you, paws the edge of the tiny hut.
Do you gotta pee or something or what?
You're not sure. But if you don't do anything else, it goes and lays back down at the scale. And the rest of your watch passes without incident. Morning comes. And there's there's a lot of water. You guys are on a little island. And it's still raining.
It's a lot of rain.
Indeed.
Is this? Is there any, like? Do I know if this is like normal or is this abnormal kind of thing?
You've heard of big storms in the higher parts of the mountain where you guys are now.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't think it's abnormal. If anything, it's definitely annoying.
All right, but it's normal-ish behavior.
Yeah, it doesn't seem strange or out of place that
okay.
there's this much rain for this long and it's still coming down.
Gotcha.
But yeah, this morning. And your tiny hut goes down. Chaos Wyvern wakes with you guys. Alar comes over, paws the bag of holding, and it nudges it.
What, it wants a different scale?
You're not sure.
Yeah, I'll try pulling on a different scale.
Yeah, and it gets excited again. But it's about the same reaction as when you pulled out the first scale. It nudges your hand. Its scale's vibrating, the scale vibrating in your hand.
Mhm. Yeah, give it scritches, I guess.
Yeah, it happily accepts the scritches. Go ahead and make animal handling check at advantage.
Right on that.
Yeah, it's really loving the scritches. Like it lays down and scratching its head and its neck, and it kind of rolls over on one side, and its two back legs that are up in the air start kind of kicking.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, it gets up, kind of bounds away from you, bounds down in the water, and starts splashing around. But yeah, it's morning. This thing seems content with you guys. Doesn't
Okay.
seem to be running off.
That's cool. Well, if it's staying with us, you have breakfast. If it wants any food, I guess we can give it some. We've got plenty to spare, I think.
Yep, and same as before, it doesn't take any cooked food. Like it sniffs it, and it doesn't really like turn its head up. It just seems disinterested and moves away and goes back out and starts splashing through the water. The water's risen to about 21 to 22 inches. What do you guys do? It's raining. It's dark. It's wet.
Yeah. Is there a path forward?
Yeah, like you'd have to go through the water, and your carriage would just clear it because your carriage has about 20. It's about 2 feet of clearance before it'll start, being in the frame of the carriage will be in the water. But the wheels are big enough that it'll roll through it fine. But yeah, you do know, like to the south, you can see there's an opening that leads up into the mountains. That's the way you've been heading.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess we pack up and start heading out, trying to see if we can't bring the Chaos Wyvern with us. But if it wants to leave, we'll let it.
All right. What do you do with the scales?
If it seems to be kind of using them like a bed, I'll just leave them out in the like inside on the floor of the carriage.
Yeah. So you just get to start packing up camp. The Chaos Wyvern seems to have been playing in the water, and as you guys start leaving, Alar, you carry the scales up into the carriage, and it bounds right up in there with you.
Perfect.
It takes up 2 seats.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. And it curls up and it lays on the scale in the seat. Well, the bench.
Mhm.
And you guys start heading out. Travel is slow. Your initial estimate of crossing this valley in 3 days, you think it's going to take another extra day to get through all this water if it keeps coming down at this rate. But the day passes. Who is anybody else in the carriage, or you have the writing desk out?
I don't have the writing desk out, so someone else can be.
All right. Who else is in the carriage? Put Jack in there.
Oh, I think Jack would hate that.
A Goliath, a tiefling, and a wyvern enter a carriage.
Jack is not getting in the carriage.
You'd rather ride your
Not
horse in the rain.
Yeah, not getting in the carriage with the lizard.
Well, I'm assuming everybody is riding their horses then. It's just Alar and the Chaos Wyvern in the carriage then. Since nobody has spoken.
Indeed.
All right. Well, yeah. The day passes. You're trudging through this water, slowly but surely getting deeper. It's starting to get up on the threshold of the carriage now, Alar. Water is slowly seeping in. Although it has seemed to have let up a little bit. Visibility's better. And it's only risen about 10 inches today. So there's about 6 inches of water in the bottom of the carriage. Probably have your feet up.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, the day is coming to an end. And there's a lot of water around here, guys. What do you guys do?
We're still on high ground, right?
You're trudging through 30 inches of water.
And it's still raining?
It is still raining, although it appears to have let up a little bit.
How far are we from high ground?
Well, somebody can make a survival check. Try seeing if they can spot some high ground that's not so wet.
I have a -1, so I suggest it's not me.
I can do it.
All right. Yeah, you hop out of the carriage, start looking around. It
Wow,
looks
this-
pretty wet.
Yeah, it's wet and shitty out here. Wow.
Oh, anybody else want to look around?
Nope, it's shitty and wet out here.
Oh my god.
Man. It's just all water, man. We're gonna be swimming soon.
Well, it's time for a long rest. What do you guys do?
Sleeping with the fishes, apparently.
Because, yeah, even casting a tiny hut. All right, Slick, you find some high ground. Wait, what's the +6? I think you get a +3 out of survival.
Sorry,
Nate?
-3.
What's that?
I'm sorry, that should have been a +3. Yep, you're right. It's a 20.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait, what's the +6? Rolling a stealth check to hide in the rain in the water. And oh yeah, Aylar, when you get out to look around, the Chaos Wyvern does follow you out of the carriage and kind of starts splashing around in the water. It's up to its shoulder. But yeah, Slick from his vantage point on the top of the carriage goes, "What are you guys looking over there for? There's high ground right there. About
Where?
yeah, about 200 feet to the south. There's a hill of stone that rises out of the water. You guys couldn't see it; the rain was too dense. Yeah, you're able to get over to it. It looks like it's about 3 feet over the water line at the highest point. you guys go down for your long rest. What do you do with the Chaos Wyvern?
I mean, it's got its scales and stuff. I think we just,
Putting it inside the tiny hut using the
Yeah.
scale to coax it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Is it just you, or does somebody else grab the scale?
no, it's me.
All right. Yeah. Pick up the scale. It happily follows you along. Cast your ritual, and the rain abates. Only because of the tiny hut. Get back here, Burger. No sleepy for you.
Can't escape.
And yeah, you guys go down for your long rest. Now, Ayla, are you taking first watch again?
Sure.
All right. Yeah. And on your watch, and about halfway through, the wyvern gets up from the scale and comes over to you, nuzzles the bag of holding, nuzzles your hand, and it goes over to the tiny hut, paws at it.
I'm sorry, I just kind of phased out there. What?
It did the same thing it did with everybody else. It gets up, it nuzzles the bag of holding, it nuzzles you, although it didn't nuzzle everybody else.
Yeah.
And then it paws at the edge of the tiny hut, and you can see that it's not phasing through it like you'd expect.
Well, if it wants to leave, I'll let it out. Like, I'll just drop the HUD and recast it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. And it goes out, bounds around, starts splashing in the water. And you see it disappear under the water's surface a couple of times. Looks like the water is about 4 feet deep now. Or no, 40 inches. Yeah, 40 inches deep. And it looks like maybe it's swimming. You can't tell. It disappears and goes out of vision for a little while, and then comes back and comes back. And looking at you through the tiny hut. Kind of paws at the edge of it.
I just shrug, let him back in, recast tiny hut.
Yep, and it comes back. It curls up on the scale, and it looks like it's going to sleep.
Good.
The rest of your watch passes without incident. Well, Eric, on your watch, about halfway through your watch, Chaos Wyvern gets up, goes over, paws the bag of holding, and goes over the edge of the tiny hut by you, paws at it, looking at you expectantly. If you don't do anything for a little while, it goes back and curls up on the scale. It goes back to sleep. And the rain is definitely letting up now. Starting to see stars in a few spots, but still a lot of rain. Went the rest of your past watches without incident. And then Slick, your watch. On your first watch, about halfway through, Chaos Wyvern gets up, bag of holding, paws at it, goes over the edge of the tiny hut by you, paws at it.
Wait, so this okay, I really want to just like let it out and see what happens, but I can't, right? Because it's not my tiny hut.
Yeah.
Oh, so I can't do anything. I just have to stare at it and say, "Sorry, buddy, I'm not the one who controls it. Ask your owner."
Yeah. After a little while, it goes and curls up on the scale. It goes back to sleep. And the rest of your watch passes. The rain is continuing to let up. It's, a light drizzle now. And your second watch, nothing happens. And then morning comes. You've all again had a successful long rest. There's a lot of water. But it's not raining anymore. The sun is shining.
Well, that's good.
You'd guess there's probably about 4 feet of water. Don't think you can drive the carriage through it. And the horses definitely would not like it. Although they are, capable of swimming in it. Or walking angrily through it, I guess. 4 feet's not quite deep enough for them to swim. As the sun rises, you guys sit on your little dry hill. That is where we will call it.
All right.